Going on, Recovery Fam? It's Aaron here again. I just wanted to make this video, quick video, little disclaimer if you will. In my previous video, look, I'm not going to delete the video because I don't feel like I should, but I want to correct something, and I just want to put this out there. There isn't enough research done on Suboxone for anybody to give any definitive answers. We're all talking from experience here. Some of us don't have as much experience as the next person. I definitely don't. This is my first time around being on it, you know, even somewhat consistently. So I don't have all the answers. I don't want to act like I do. I just have all the answers for what's working for me. That's the only thing I have all the answers to. But I don't want people to get confused with that being a definitive answer. You know, what works for me. When I mentioned something about 8 milligrams and going above that is not something I would suggest. You want to know, I stand by that. I don't suggest that. But if it means you are well, if it means that that's what works for you, do that. By all means, do that. I made it very clear that, you know, don't just take what I'm saying and, you know, use it as a definitive answer for what you should do. I'm just talking about what works for me and what I've heard work for other people. What I was saying about, mainly what I was saying about going above the 8 milligrams to 16 to 24, whatever, is that I feel like my opinion is you may be more susceptible to the suppressive side effects emotionally, with your desire to just, you know, human desire gets suppressed. But I had a conversation with Rock and Roberta just before I decided to come on and make this video, and you know, we were talking directly, and she brought up a really good point. I've only been on, you know, consistently on Suboxone for not even a month yet. Who knows? Maybe those, even at my 4 milligrams a day, who's to say that those suppressive side effects aren't going to hit me, you know, a month from now or 2 months from now? Because, you know, they very well could, I guess. I don't know yet. I can't tell the future, but all I can say is how I feel right now. There isn't a glimpse of that in sight. But I'm not going to discredit that from happening. It could happen. And if it does, when it does, whatever, I will try and learn how to either deal with it or weigh my options. If it becomes something that I would rather kick the Suboxone and, you know, you know what I'm trying to say here. If it becomes that bad, then I will consider another route maybe. But right now, it's working for me. My dose is working for me. You're gonna have to find what works for you, and you may not even find that. You know, you may not find what works for you. It might not work for you, is what I'm saying. It really is a gamble. You know, we're rolling the dice here. You know, if you need to get the needle out of your arm and you are, you know, getting evicted out of your house because you can't spend your money on anything else but drugs, then, you know, time and time again of trying other things, go on Suboxone. If your doctor says, you know, if you end up needing to work your way up to 16 milligrams or plus, I'm just using that as an example, do that. Do whatever you have to do. I try and make that very clear. You got to do whatever you have to do and just go from there. Because anything is better than having a needle in your arm, even if you have to be on Suboxone for the rest of your life. Is better than shooting an unknown, practically unknown substance into your arm, or even just smoking it, or just even taking pills, you know what I mean? It'll kill you eventually, and Suboxone, if you do it the right way, probably won't. So, you know, none of us people that make these videos have real scientific definitive answers. We don't. I don't care how long you've been on it. I don't care what has happened to you. That's not a definitive answer. It's not science. It's not scientifically backed. not to discredit what anybody's saying, because that's what I'm doing. I'm just giving my experience as I'm experiencing it. I'm still in the midst of my experience and, finding what's working for me. You know what I mean? I'm just saying what has been working for me and why I feel like, at least yet, I haven't gotten hit with all the nasty side effects that people talk about. Everybody's different. I'm a guy. Other people could be girls. The medication may affect them differently. I'm not a doctor, so I'm trying to not talk like I am. I am a master, I guess, of my own body and what's happening with me. So that's it. I mean, that's all I really wanted to say, you guys. And I've been seeing, there's been some debates or whatever on the comments, and as long as they remain healthy debates and not just bickering back and forth or being hateful to each other, that's fine. I encourage that. But once I start seeing it, which I kind of am at this point, seeing it get into something more personal, and it's not between me, it's between, the people that watch and tune in. I don't know, somebody's going to have to mediate between that, because that's not what this is for. This is not to argue. This is to learn, and for people to be a part of something and learn at the same time, and see somebody else going through it and be able to open up and vent about what they're going through, and we could all help each other, not argue back and forth and not get anywhere. You see, what I consider a healthy debate is, for lack of a better term, arguing, but respectfully, and at the end of it, you both have a different point of view, or you both either at least agree to disagree. And that's about it. We don't know it all. Whether you've been on drugs your whole life or whether you've never used a drug in your life, you don't know it all. So my advice to myself and to you is, don't act like you do. That's about it. I really, really, really appreciate all of the love, all of the support, because it just is overwhelming. Like, I don't get that love and support anywhere else. You know what I mean? This is where I get that from. So that's why I'm so just grateful for what we have going here with this whole Recovery Fam movement, and just the whole thing is just so cool. Like I said, I was talking to Rock and Roberta, and we were talking about, like, sitting back and talking just how crazy it is. Like, look at what this has become. Like, we're helping people. It's just cool while helping ourselves at the same time, and that's the goal, because we need to focus on ourselves as well. And I feel like we have found a really good balance, and that's about it. Just much love to everybody. Leisha, do whatever you got to do. Do what works for you. You are a Recovery Fam OG, big sister, everything. I mean, I really do look up to you, and I just want nothing but the best for you. And that's about it. So much love to all of you guys. That's it. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys probably in a little bit later. Much love.